Welcome to Dja Dja Travel Adventures, and today we're filming in Malmsbury, 95 kilometres northwest of Melbourne and 11 kilometres northwest of Kyneton. It's close to the Colonial River. Malmsbury has a population of 1,101 people. So today I've decided just to start in the Botanical Gardens. A bit of a look around. We have a bit of a walk around here before we start having a look at some of the historical buildings around the town. Gold was discovered in 1858 and Malmsbury, the town, became a service centre for diggers travelling to Bendigo and Castlemaine. Malmsbury is known for its deposits of bluestone, used in the construction of notable buildings both locally and throughout the state. Malmsbury has a railway station which is on the Melbourne to Bendigo railway line. And one of the places we're going to visit while we're here is the Malmsbury Viaduct. Apparently it is huge and looks amazing, so we're going to actually visit that later in the video. But for now, let's just enjoy the walk around. Some beautiful garden. Definitely a lot of bird life, as you can hear. And what we're going to do, if we walk around here, we're actually going to see the viaduct. It's actually just up ahead of us. It's a beautiful walk around these gardens. So this bridge spans 149 metres. Made out of bluestone. Later in the video we'll see if we can actually go for a drive along it or a walk along it. It's a beautiful garden to walk through. One thing I was warned, I stopped off for a coffee at the bakery and they did warn me there actually are a lot of wasps at this time of year. So if you do come, just be very careful. So this is the fish hatchery. It says on the sign here that they're not sure when it was built, but it was in operation until about 1965. Okay, head back up to your car now, so we can head off and start this heritage trail. This here is the back of the town hall. Entry into the Botanical Gardens has a bit of a monument to soldiers who fought in the First World War. Racecourse Hotel, built in 1860. Today these ruins are all that stand. It was run by James Thornton, and it thrived on the trade coming from the once nearby racecourse, which has been since turned into a youth detention centre. This hotel was closed in 1893, and these are all that are left, these ruins. It's private property now. And the old Malmsbury Post and Telegraph Office building. This site was occupied between the mid-1850s until 1861 by a shelter shed for travellers to the goldfields. The Post and Telegraph Office moved here in 1873 and operated on this site until the 1970s. In 2002 it became the Merchants of Malmsbury Cafe, which remains here today. Here you can still see the old red post office box. The Mechanics Institute, this site was part of the original Caroline Chisholm shelter shed. The front of the current building was erected in 1876 and the Federal Hall was added in 1895. The actual Mechanics Institute itself was founded in 1862. This plaque is just a little bit of information about the building itself. Providor was built in 1882 as two separate shops. Originally they were used by a stationer and saddler. They have also housed a bookmaker, bakery and a grocery store. We're moving down the main street of Mollison here, Mollison Street. The bakery is an amalgamation of several small shops. Over time they have housed a stationer, grocer, draper and a general store. The bakery itself dates back to the 1980s. It has this beautiful outdoor area with a free library available. Here's the free library, book exchange. It has a great selection of food and amazing coffee. I had the steak and onion pie, which was delicious, and my skim latte was on point. I also found the staff here so polite and friendly, so give them a go if you ever do get to Malmsbury. It's a great little bakery cafe. Here's just a little bit of the inside. Malmsbury Hotel, was a former two-storey wooden hotel, as you can see here in the picture, built in the 1850s. The original building was demolished and replaced by the current brick one in the 1930s, with the second-storey motel, bottle shop and function centre being added in the 1980s and a TAB in the 1990s. As we're walking down the street here, we're actually about to pass by the Malmsbury General Store. So that seems to house the current post office, and that's coffee, a bit of a grocery store. Now we're sort of walking down towards the town hall. So the town hall was built in 1867 and opened the following year. It has been used as council chambers and a local court, located at the entrance to the Malmsbury Botanical Gardens. This building, with all of its heritage charm, is now used mainly for functions such as weddings. One of the properties we are going to visit shortly, they actually were a judge and JP out of this courthouse, so that's Dr. Edward Davey. This is St John's Church of England. The foundation stone was laid in 1861. The church was officially opened in 1866 but completed in 1873. Such a beautiful looking church. It is on a large block of land with some really nice gardens as well. From what I could tell, this church does seem like it's still in operation, unlike some of the other ones in the area. This one here is the Presbyterian church, erected in 1872. So this church closed its doors in the 1990s and is now actually a private residence. Hence why I stayed on the outside of the fence. But beautiful building, beautiful old wooden building. A couple of doors down from there we've got the old Bank of New South Wales. So part of this building dates to around the 1859 and the rest to 1872.
However, the two-storey building at the front was possibly added in 1884. There wasn't much in the history about this one, but it is a private residence now. This is a bluestone barn. It's a warehouse built in 1870 for storing hay and corn. I was actually extremely fortunate to be shown inside this barn by the owner, Mark. If you ever do watch this video, thank you so much. Not only for allowing me inside, but also sharing some of the history and pointing out the original flaws, which you don't see too often in these places. He was actually a really nice guy, and I thank you for your hospitality, mate. And here are actually a few shots inside this barn, and Mark, the owner. So this is Dr. Edward Davy's residence and a dispensary. It was built by Dr. Edward Davy in the 1850s, and it was a chemist shop, surgery and his home. Dr. Davy is recognised as the inventor of the actual electric telegraph. Now he was also a judge and JP in the area, and he was also the mayor and councillor, so he did a lot of stuff in his time in the area. And then just up the road from there we've got Hopewell, a beautiful house, having remained in the same family for nearly half a century. This much loved 1890s home is framed by these beautiful heritage listed 100-year-old oak trees and iconic Victorian palms. Absolutely beautiful. This was an 1860 cottage that I saw behind some trees, and this is actually the old police station built in 1860. Next place that we're off to is Malmsbury Railway Station. Malmsbury Railway Station is a regional railway station on the Daylesford line, part of the Victorian Railway Network. It serves the northwestern suburb and town of Malmsbury in Victoria, Australia. Malmsbury Station is a ground level unstaffed station featuring a single platform and a disused platform. It was opened in 1862. The goods shed was added later and extended in 1863. It is a beautiful example of bluestone building, but unfortunately in 2024 it was damaged by a fire lit by arsonists. Such a shame happening to such a historic building actually. Thankfully the great men and women who serve in our police force caught these boneheads, so real shame, but at least there'll be some justice against the people that actually did this. But it's actually a beautiful station. We're just going to take a walk along the platform so I can show you the building on the other side. So I'm just coming up onto the platform now. So it's actually a really beautiful building, as you can see. They only actually use the one side of this station now, so this is the side that I'm actually standing on at the moment, and there was a bit of fencing around it, so I couldn't really get over there to have a good look along the platform and maybe even go into any parts that might have been open that you could actually have a look in, hence why I had to film from the other side. But you can still get the idea of how beautiful this actual building looks. I'm going to say where this little bit of the fencing is erected is probably where the fire happened. But yeah, as you can see, such a beautiful building. I'm just going to continue walking along the platform because there is actually another bluestone building at the end of it as well. So just coming up to that. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Beautiful building. Also, while we're at this point of the building and we're just doing a walk back down the platform, if you haven't already done so, like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us greatly and it doesn't cost you anything, and we do appreciate every like and subscribe that we do get. We've got lots more content coming, plus what's already up on the channel. There's some, a lot of historic places that we're visiting all over Australia. At the moment we're doing some Victorian stuff, but we do have some stuff coming from South Australia and from Tasmania as well. So stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss those videos. But back to our walk along the platform now. As I was walking along, I did see this bluestone. I don't know if it was a monument or what it might have been, but if you do know, maybe let us know in the comments below. This one is McGrain's Commercial Hotel. This old two-storey hotel was formerly McGrain's Commercial Hotel, established in 1866. Now, McGrain previously owned the Racecourse Hotel, which was at the start of the video. The premises included a hotel and a store, and attracted businesses from the railway station. In 1892, the hotel had to fight for its survival at a licensing reduction board meeting. It did continue to trade up until closing in 1936, leaving only the Malmsbury Hotel surviving in the area. And this one is the Junction Hotel, or later called the Mansions. The Junction Hotel was one of the early wooden hotels in Malmsbury. It may have begun as a butcher shop built by John Coghlan and his son-in-law John Marr, but the building burnt down in 1872. John Coghlan replaced it with a stone hotel and adjoining shops, and eventually sold the business to his son Martin. Went through a series of owners and fought several attempts to close it by the Licence Reduction Board before finally being forced to close in 1914. Later became used as accommodation under the name Residential Mansions, and was used in the 1980s as the headquarters for the religious group headed by the former Anglican minister Ron Woods. Today the building is in poor repair and closed to public use, and is simply known as the Mansions. This is a Malmsbury Mill. So it was built in 1861 for the Bligh brothers, who built their steam-powered mill on this site. But in 1862, a boiler explosion killed 2 men. Following the tragedy, the mill was actually rebuilt, and it did cease to operate in the 1890s. Currently it's actually being used as a restaurant, reception and function centre, but it has these beautiful gardens, and it looks like a really nice property. Birthday Villa. This house was erected in 1884 by J.H. Boundy from the very successful Queen's Birthday mine in Drummond. This building was used in 1941 as the police station and residence before it became a private residence in the 1950s. It houses the Birthday Villa vineyard on this site and remains a private residence, hence why I remained on the outside of the property when I was filming it. But beautiful building. So I hope you've enjoyed this Dja Dja Travel Adventures video of Malmsbury. Like I mentioned earlier, please like and subscribe, especially if you've got this far, so you see our future content. But until next time, take the road less travelled, it will make all the difference. Thanks for watching.